This is Texas! Texas strong! Texas strong! We will not be Islamified! Free bacon! All Islamists, if you worship Sharia, you worship a pedophile! That doesn't belong here! USA! Why did you leave Palestine if it's so wonderful? You're not bringing Palestine here! Watch it! If you run it, go move to Palestine! Move to Palestine! Get out of here! Listen! Oh! Woohoo! Any Muslims around? Want a little taste? Just like other country. No one's fighting. Hey, we're standing right here. I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant? I came here for America. That's crazy. Because an immigrant that wants to live in peace is over here protesting.
After Canada's just been attacked, now people are planning something. And what are you planning?
We're going to burn a Quran in retaliation for assaulting one of our patriot heroes here, Cam.
Muhammad was a and a
Watch this.
Don't burn it, man. Listen. We got another Quran. I'll go get a different one.
And now he's got bacon with the Quran. He's smacking the Quran with bacon.
You can't touch it. Oh, you God damn! Somebody do something! You ugly whore! Somebody do something!
What? These people are just pulling over.
Come on, Ollie!
Why would I get here? Why? I haven't done anything. And you're getting heated. You're just pulling over. You're hopping out of the car. You're ready to brawl.
I had my gun. I was gonna blast. I didn't see the cops. I swear to God. That's it. I don't care. To me, I don't care. My life, I don't give a let somebody blast me. I don't give a
just because of the burning of the Quran, the attempted burning.
I'll that motherfucker's life up and his family. That's it. It's on camera. I will that motherfucker's life up. Let him come to me face on face. Face to face, I'll kill him. On my mother's soul. So that's it.
You're killing him.
I'll kill him. Murder.
Now you have all these Islam men yelling Allah Akbar. I have a question for you guys. If America were to get in a war with a country like Iraq, who would you guys defend, America or Iraq?
We would support our brothers in Iraq.
Send all of their asses back today. I don't give a damn. Period. That's all I need to hear. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. That's all I need to hear. You call yourself an American citizen. You pledged allegiance to our flag. When you become an American citizen, you are here to protect and serve America. Period. That's it. These people are saying that if we are ever to get into a fight with Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, they're going to be on the side with their brothers. If you're on the side with your brothers, take your ass on to your brothers right now.
That's the only way.
So you wouldn't defend America?
We would not defend America.
But you're American.
But at the same time, listen, at the same time, America is our country because we were born here. But in our Islamic book, we're not allowed to fight with people that are against our religion. So we just take up the jail time.
So you would
That's
not,
what we do.
So you would not defend America?
I would go to jail.
This is how screwed up our kids are, right? And this kid looks like he's college age. So he's probably in college. He's probably been indoctrinated by the system. He watches TikTok. He watches all of these social media platforms. He sees these people walking around. They're being rebellious, right? They have these scarves on, these Afghani scarves. They have the head wraps, and he looks like maybe he wasn't cool in school. He wasn't with the cool kids. You know what I mean? So he had to find another group that would accept him. So he decided to join the Hamas riders. That's what you really have out there. You have a bunch of liberals and college indoctrinated people that are walking around talking about death to Israel and, praising Hamas and all this other kind of stuff. That's crazy. That's treasonous. Okay. And to say on camera that you would defend another country against America, we have a problem. And we've had a problem for at least the last 8 years. But within the last previous 4 years, we had over 50 million unvetted people come across the border. Okay. And there's no way to really track these people. So they're over here. Some of them are college professors. We know that the schools indoctrinate these kids. And then you have these little cliques of clubs around in rural America, Islamist clubs, training their people to perform jihad. Okay. But this is Renee from Kingdom Politico. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And this is Van from LFR Fam. Okay. So make sure you look at his stuff too. I'm going to put the original video in the description. Let's continue.
It's not fighting for America.
This is not America. This is an insurgency. They are taking over our country. They're taking over our country. They want us all dead.
Wow, what's happening? People are pushing.
Americans think that Islam is a religion of peace. And they act like the victims. They act like we're just here in America to, migrate and seek refuge. But no, friend, Islam does not move to the West because they need help. There are 54 Muslim states around the world, but for some reason, they never move to the Muslim nation or state. They always move to a Christian country. Why? Number one, they are here to establish Sharia law. You don't understand. The two religions around the world that are expansive by nature are not Hinduism, it's not Judaism, it is Islam and Christianity. We are commanded to go into all the world, preach the gospel, make disciples, and baptize them. Islam is commanded to go into all the world and do two things: establish Sharia law and kill the infidel. They are here to take over the political system. Islam is not a religion, it is a political movement. And that's why I no longer call it just Islam, I call it Islamism or Islamist. It is a political movement that is here to conquer and take over. They took over Egypt, they took over Sudan, they took over Yemen, and next is America. They've taken over the UK, Australia. We are very, very close. Every time I move houses, my neighbor is a Muslim. And what's next? America. Why are they after America? Because America is the pinnacle of Christianity. If they conquer America, the West will fall. If they conquer America, that is the head of the snake, and that is their biggest enemy. That's why in the Muslim countries, what do they shout? They shout, death to America. On 9/11 in Egypt, while we were growing up, the Muslims were not saddened to hear about 9/11. They were celebrating in the streets, dancing and jumping, shouting, death to America. Next is America. They've taken over the UK, Australia. We are very, very close. Every time I move houses, my neighbor is a Muslim. And what's next? America. Why are they after America? Because America is the pinnacle of Christianity. If they conquer America, the West will fall. If they conquer America, that is the head of the snake, and that is their biggest enemy. That's why in the Muslim countries, what do they shout? They shout, death to America. On 9/11 in Egypt, while we were growing up, the Muslims were not saddened to hear about 9/11. They were celebrating in the streets, dancing and jumping, shouting, death to America. So Islam.
And here's the thing, for a long time, they've been calling America the Great Satan. That's how they refer to America. And I've been warning about this for years and trying to help everyone understand what this globalism agenda is. It's a globalist agenda. It's part of this one world order. Okay. And these globalists, their plan is to use whatever mechanisms, whether it's initially it was racial, right? Black against white, LGBT against straight, trans against normal human beings that don't have their DNA messed with. It's always something to divide and conquer. That's what Satan does. And what we need to realize, especially Christians, is that we need to be in every sphere of influence. The same way Islam is political, I believe that we need Christians in political office, Christians that can see spiritually, that have their eyes open, and that can hear God, okay, and allow God to speak to them to show them how to move in this time and season, because we're in a dangerous time and season. That's just the reality. So we need to remember that not only are we fighting like a global initiative, but this is a spiritual fight. Okay, the Bible says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and spiritual forces in high places in the heavenly realms. Okay, so these Islamists, they're being controlled by a demonic system, by a demonic entity that's taken over various like territorial spirits that's taken over different areas in the world. Okay, so it's no more, it's no time anymore for passive Christianity. It's time to pray. It's time to fast. It's time to understand the authority that you have in Christ Jesus. One being that greater is He than he that is in the world. Okay, so greater is the God that is in you, the true and living God, than the one that is in the world, the prince of the power of the air, Satan. Okay, you need to understand your work. You need to understand your authority. You need to have relationship with Jesus Christ so that you know how to fight this fight. Okay, let's continue.
Islam is not a religion of peace. They are lying to you. They're a religion of war, violence, and death.
There's no other country that we can move to as Americans and yell death to their country. We will end up being unalived or locked up immediately. If you don't believe me, go ahead and try it. Guys, I hate to say it, but this is only the beginning. You can look at Dearborn, Michigan. You can look at what's happening in Maine. You can look at what's happening in New York. You can look at what's happening in New York. It's going from state to state to state, and it's not going to slow down. Please back away from these agents and allow them to do their jobs. It wouldn't be this heated right now if the Biden administration had done what they were supposed to do. Instead of opening up the borders, how about you just handle your business at the border, man? Make sure that there's no border jumpers. Make sure that if they do jump the border, that you detain them and get them up out of here as fast as possible. But that's not what happened. Instead, what they decided to do was threaten border states, telling them not to do their jobs. If you do your job, then you're in trouble. I'm thankful that Texas stopped listening to the Biden administration and started to man their own borders. And it's sad that even had to happen, because then they kept blaming the border bill. And we all knew that that was to fund Ukraine more than anything. Why is it? And I get it. If you can, this country is built with a ton of immigrants from all over the world. But here's the thing. Once you become a citizen of the United States of America, you are an American citizen. You put America first, not the country you came from. That's not important anymore. You can go back, spend time, send money back, go love on your loved ones. If you want to bring more of them over here because it's so amazing, then by all means do that. We welcome anybody who come here to help, who come here to lend a hand, who come here to assimilate to the way that we've built this nation, because it works. We're not trying to be assholes and say that we want you to live like us simply because we're better than you. No, that's not what we're saying at all. We're saying this works. You're not going to go start working at Home Depot and say, well, I was working at Walmart before I came here and I want to do things the way we did things at Walmart. You're going to get fired. You can't go working at Lowe's and say, well, I like the way we do things at Home Depot, so that's what I'm going to do. You're going to get fired. You can't go anywhere and just start changing up the fabric of how it was built and how it's maintained. You will be fired. So how is that different from what's happening right now? Fellas, can you tomorrow just say to your wife that, you know what, I see a couple of women that I like, I'm going to go ahead and move them in the house, and there's nothing you can say about it? You will get fired at. You'll probably be shot or get your dangling cut off and thrown in a daggone garbage disposal. I'm just saying. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. I'm still seeing that 59% of you are not subscribed to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button. Or if you're not ready yet, just let me know in the comments why you aren't and what I can do to earn your subscription. Also, I am a YouTube coach. In 2026, if you're thinking about doing content creation, I'm telling you right now, just be a regular person. I don't have the confidence to be behind the camera. Nobody does. Most content creators do not have a boatload of confidence. They're just confident about what they bring to the table. So if you're a great father, great mother, great in your community, great at your job.
And I agree with just about everything that this young man has said. The only thing is the 50 million people that have come over here is just unsustainable for America. It's not a load that we can continue to carry. And I believe that more resources need to be voted in so that more of these illegal immigrants can be flown out. It has to. With a $34 trillion a budget deficit, government deficit, we can't afford to house, to feed these people. And as you've seen, all of the fraud from these different states, and the same thing has happened in the UK and France, where you have over 50% of these immigrants that are on SNAP and social programs. You know, they're draining the system. And while they're draining the system, they're continuing their intifada, their takeover of the United States. So they need to go first. And before we bring any more citizens in here, they need to be vetted properly. Their family lines need to be looked at, their friends, their associates, the people that they donate to, the organizations that they're part of, their religious affiliations. Yes, that they need to be vetted properly. Okay, but let me know what you think in the comments. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.